And now, even more evidence that our instincts were right. In a follow-up report, a senior Ukrainian military officer with deep ties to the country's intel services played a central role in the bombing. Roman Cherveninsky managed logistics and support for a 6-person team that rented a sailboat under false identities and used deep-sea diving equipment to place explosive charges on the gas pipelines. That in the Washington Post. Joining me now, Missouri Senator Josh Hawley. Senator, now, if this is true, it looks like it is true, all the evidence pointing to this, then why should the American taxpayers send another dime to Ukraine? I guess Ukraine was okay with harming Europe as long as they hurt Russia, too?
Yeah, the truth is, Laura, is that we shouldn't be sending any more money to Ukraine. And what else is true is that the Biden administration needs to come clean to the American people about what they know. We're learning now from these news reports that our government had advance warning about the Nord Stream 2 bombing, that our government knew that it was likely the Ukrainians that did it. And the same newspaper has reported that those Ukrainian special forces that apparently carried out the bombing may have been trained by the CIA. So what is going on here? I think it's time that Joe Biden leveled with the American people.
And then another report, Senator, that the CIA warned Ukraine against bombing the pipeline just a few weeks before it happens. That's yet another report out. So I think you're right. They got to come up to Capitol Hill and spill the beans on what really went on. And I know your colleague from Connecticut, Senator Chris Murphy, he's deeply concerned about a government shutdown, but not worrying so much about Americans. Watch this.
We cannot have a government shutdown this weekend. Certainly not while we are facing these existential crises for our friends in Israel and Ukraine. There are moments when you can't fail, and you can't necessarily see the path to get there, but you get there. Ukraine is running out of bullets for their guns. Israel desperately needs our support right now.
They're running out of bullets? I guess Europe didn't provide any bullets at this point. I mean, your thoughts here.
Well, I tell you who's been providing the bullets. It's the arms that were supposed to go to Israel, Laura. I mean, you talk about burden shifting here and bearing the burden. Our ally Israel, so far we've supported them with nothing. We haven't done anything for them. Congress hasn't given them any weapons, nothing. And yet all we see is Ukraine with its hand out more, while we're reading that, in fact, Ukraine is behind these bombings, that Ukraine is behind the sabotage, that we may have been involved with it. We need to know how every dime has been spent in Ukraine. Has any of our money gone towards the Nord Stream 2 bombing? Are there American troops or CIA agents on the ground right now in Ukraine? We need to know the facts here, not a dime more for Ukraine, and every dime that we've already spent needs to be accounted for right now.
Will you assure our viewers tonight that the accountability will occur, that these individuals responsible for these decisions in the U.S. government will actually be up on Capitol Hill and forced to answer these questions?
Well, I tell you what, if I have anything to do with it, they will, Laura. And this is yet another reason why we need a watchdog to account for every dime that has been spent. I have forced the Senate multiple times now to vote on an oversight inspector general who will do nothing but track the money. And Laura, they voted it down multiple times.
Yeah,
this tells you that people in Congress, the administration, they don't want to know. They don't want to know, but the American people deserve to know.
How much of it in Swiss bank accounts, we'll never know. Senator, great to see you tonight. Thank you.